Hello, I'm Antonio DeBose representing DDS Analytics. Our company focuses on talent management, specifically identifying key variables a company can focus on to improve employee development and increase retention rates. We will first look at the breakdown of your employees by their frequency of categorical variables and their medians for continuous variables based on job titles. Then we move towards analyzing the company's turnover rate, presenting our estimate of variables we believe have the highest correlation, and close with a briefing on the models we use to predict if an employee stayed or left in their salary. You have employed 870 current and former employees, and based on the data we received, most employees have or held the titles of sales executives, research scientists, and lab techs. Please keep in mind as we move forward that healthcare reps, managers, manufacturing, and research directors have turnover rates higher than the overall company. Although not surprising to see sales reps groups has the largest percentage of frequent travelers, it was interesting to discover lab tech had a larger group of frequent travelers than sales executives. Research directors received the most education, with not a single sales rep receiving an education 5. 50% have 1 or 2, but you don't need a PhD to be a great salesperson. Research scientists and sales reps are the most likely to work overtime, and as we will see later, this is highly correlated with attrition. When it comes to environmental satisfaction, we learned that 50% of research directors gave the least satisfied or second least satisfied rating, which could be a reason research directors' turnover rate is higher than the overall company. The remaining analysis of categorical variables can be found in the appendix of this presentation, which I encourage you to view, but for time's sake I will move on to presenting the trends among job roles when we took a look at their medians for continuous variables. As you can see, healthcare reps has the highest median daily rate. Human resources has the lowest monthly rate and was the second youngest group. Managers were the oldest, had the shortest distance to work, was one of the highest paid, and had been with the company the longest. Research directors were second for the oldest group, highest paid in most total working years, which looking at those two could be a reason why it's not necessarily them leaving, more or less of them retiring. And sales reps, which is also not surprising, had the youngest group, lowest monthly income, and fewest working years and years at the company, which probably goes hand in hand. Most positions' last promotion was a median of 1 year, except for managers, who are probably already at the peak of their career, and the only next step is either retirement or the C-suite. Frito-Lay's has a turnover rate of 84% and so far has retained 16% of your employees. As we have previously mentioned, there were 4 job titles with turnover rates higher than the company's overall at 64%. Managers and directors, again, possibly from just simply retiring. Calculating correlation of every variable to attrition in their p-values, the top 3 that had the highest significant relationship to an employee leaving were overtime, stock option level, and job level. Those who worked overtime had a stock option level of 0 and a job level of 1 were more likely to stay with the company, which may help explain the higher retention rate for sales reps. Even though we achieved our targeted sensitivity specificity for a 60% or greater, our accuracy is below the company's overall turnover rate. So if you just guess every employee left the company, you will be more accurate than this model. However, when we move to the K&N model, using all the continuous variables in the 10 closest observations, we actually increased our accuracy from 84% to 86%, adding a 2-point percentage increase. Moving on to our multiple linear regression model for salary prediction. Salaries was heavily impacted by the job title of research director, which makes sense since they were the highest paid. Job levels 2 through 5 also had an increasing positive impact on salaries. Thank you for allowing DDS Analytics to consult for you, and we hope to be of further service in the future. Thank you.